Hi everyone, and welcome to your Dragon Guide energy reading for the month of November, or any time that you see this video, because the messages are timeless. I just do a Dragon Guide energy reading each month, and this happens to be the one I'm doing for November, okay? So you can watch it at any time. All right, we have 3 piles with crystals here. There is dragon blood Jasper in each one of these piles, okay? So pile 1, we have black Tourmaline, Garnet, fire Agate, and the dragon blood Jasper. This is just a dragon blood Jasper heart. I'm not sure how well you can see it here in the light, but it's really cool. And this bracelet is made of dragon blood Jasper and Garnet. I've made these bracelets and I do have them for sale. If you're interested, you can contact me. The link to my website is below, and there's a way to email me through there. But having said that, these will be your piles to choose from, 1, 2, or 3. So whatever bracelet, crystal, crystal shape, or pile number called to you, that is the one you're meant to see. You could be called to more than one. That is totally okay. You can watch more than one pile. Okay, so I will see you in your pile. Hi to those of you who chose pile 1, or this bracelet with the black Tourmaline, Garnet, fire Agate, and dragon blood Jasper. This is going to be your reading. We have tarot and oracle piles within pile 1 here. You may find that one set of the cards, or that all 5 sets, will mean something or resonate for you in some way. Now, I'm going to be doing live tarot and oracle at the end as well for further clarification, confirmation. All right, let's get started. First card out, we have the Queen. And these are the messengers of Avalon from my Avalon deck. I love it. So, woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, friendships. Okay, she is really taking on that Cancer energy. She's very nurturing and kind and nurturing to others. She uses her intuition. She is totally within her feminine power here. Now, the tarot that we have to go with that is the 9 of Spears. Now, I'm going to say right out the gate here, we have woman, we have fertility. Maybe for some of you, this could be a message that your long-fought battle with fertility issues may be over. You may find yourself pregnant, okay? For some of you, it could just be the birth of new ideas, okay? Rather than the birth of a child. It could be birth of new ideas. Maybe you've been stagnant. Maybe you've been carrying around a lot of stagnant energy for a while, and you're finally ready to get back out there and to get that creativity flowing again. All right, so we're gonna call that the message here for pile 1. Time to lay it down. Maybe you've had some bad friendships and it's really time to lay down the burden of those bad ones so that you can bring the new ones in. Maybe you're, like I said, you're just going to be really, really potent right now in your fertility, in your feminine power, in your sexuality, however it is that resonates with you. Second pile, we have white gold dragon from Lyra. Connects you to the highest Christ light. Develop your causal chakra. Bathe in 9th dimensional Christ light. That is really, your causal sits above your crown, right? That is very, very high for connecting with spirit, 9th dimensional. Wow. That is really being in tune with your higher self and spirit so that you can you can connect and bring in those messages. Let's see with the Fool. For some of you, it's time to ascend even higher. okay? It's time for you to learn how to tap in to that ninth dimensional energy. This could be a new start for you. Maybe there's really something coming in from Lyra. Maybe you resonate with being a Lyran in a past life or being from Lyran originally, okay? Or Lyra originally. Yeah, very, very interesting. For some of you, it really, and I don't know, I just think here, right, sitting up on this throne, I want to tie it into that as well. It's you being on top of your intuitive game. That's the way I'm going to say it. And this may be at the start of something new for you somehow. Okay, I'm just going to put that there, and I'll put these other ones along the bottom. We have Courage the Dragon, and I always love to read from the book, as you know, for these particular cards, along with the World. Let's go to Courage and see what we have here for Courage. That is number 9. Okay. This beautiful, powerful dragon comes to the fore when we need to be strong, usually on an emotional level. We may need her strength for many life situations. For example, when we have lost a loved one or are making huge life changes, and we need an extra dose of courage. She is there to support you, an anchor to hold on to. She says, you are safe. It's fine to be strong and vulnerable at the same time. You are capable of a great many things, and it's time to acknowledge them and to believe in yourself. Your depth of character is your ally. Your ability and tenacity are your anchors. Now is the time to own them. Be brave, stand tall. You've got this. You are far braver than you give yourself credit for. If you find your courage failing and your self-doubt taking over, call upon Courage the Dragon until you find your feet. She will guide you through any challenge situation and support your self-belief. All you have to do is ask. She assures you that everything is exactly as it's supposed to be, even if you are unable to see the bigger picture. Courage is a perfect meditation partner. And you know what I love here? I love that Courage is a she, and we're talking, and it doesn't matter. Divine feminine energy, you can be masculine or feminine, not feminine, feminine, right? It doesn't matter your gender, okay? And even if you don't identify as masculine or feminine, as far as gender is concerned, feminine power is within all of us, and it's calling upon it. And I love that Courage the Dragon is also gold, and we have white gold dragon from Lyra here. And it's time for you to be brave, to know that you have this within you. It's just calling it out. It's really standing in your divine feminine power, okay? And being courageous enough. And with the World, I just feel like, again, usually the World can be, I want to say 2 things about it because I've got 2 things coming in at the same time. First, it's the end of a cycle. So you not believing in yourself, maybe if it's fertility or the birthing of new ideas, whatever it is, going up, raising up your vibration, okay? And you think, oh, I can't do that. I possibly couldn't get any higher. Or I'm afraid to go higher, maybe. Maybe I don't want to know. This is courage here for you, pile 1, okay? And with the World, it's ending that old way of thinking and being willing to step out on a new journey here. Also about the World, because this is kind of the map, right? Similar to what they show in the show. They always show the maps of the different regions, I want to say, in Game of Thrones. And what I want to say here is that this looks very small. But for them, I feel at that time, I know it's a TV show and a book, but let's just go with it. That's all they knew, okay? Westeros and the surrounding areas, okay? They didn't know a lot beyond that. And maybe for you, you don't know a lot beyond that. And they're saying it's time for you to step out and learn. It's time for you to ascend, to step more into this feminine power of yours. Okay, I love that message. Next, we have understanding, looking at both sides. Okay, I like that. Let's see with the 5 of coins. Oh, I love this card. Okay. Looking at both sides. This is making the choice, right? You can choose to stay where you are, or you can choose, and I hope you do after hearing this message, to step out of, we can call this your comfort zone. You step out of your comfort zone. You go out on that new adventure. You rise up, okay? And when I say rise up, it can be spiritually or religiously, you know, as you learn more and are aware of more and able to understand more, it helps to raise you up, okay? Not in status, but in spirit. It helps, you're learning, okay? And that's the whole point of this. So you're learning and rising up rather, okay? And you need to be able to look at both sides of things, because there's going to be shadow there and there's going to be light. There's going to be negativity and there's going to be positivity. There's going to be good people and bad people, okay? And this is being able to see both sides. And I love that the 5 of coins, and I'm reading this right off of Aria. She was a girl who came from a family, for all intents and purposes, of means. They were wealthy, right? They had their own, oh my gosh, do we call it a kingdom? Well, they ruled the north, okay? And now, as she stepped out on her own and she's going through this time of lesson learning, really, isn't it? Where she is now, in order to survive, becoming a beggar on the street. And I think she had even lost her eyesight here, was it, at one point? It's been so long. I really always say I need to rewatch that now, especially that I'm using this deck because I love it. She's seeing both sides of life, and I'm going to say up until this point hadn't. But it's how she's learning and how she's growing and becoming the Aria that we know at the end of the show. Okay, so I love that. This is you. It's time to see both sides of things, maybe for some of you. And when I say for this month, or whenever it is that you see this reading, these will be situations that come in and around you, or people, or things you hear or read, however it may happen, where it's going to trigger this, where you know what, I've been stagnant in my spiritual or religious practice for a while. I need to up my game. I need to step out onto a new path so that I can up what makes me feel good, right? You know, it could be about having the courage in your life to know that you are worthy, to know that you can do, to know that you can be. The courage to step out on this journey. The courage to step into your feminine power. And there may be a time up here where you may be faced with a situation that's going to call on you when it comes to fertility, whether it's issues or coming more into your feminine power, okay? Or here, where you're going to have to look at both sides of things. So that's why these readings are good, right? Because you could be going through some of this right now. You may not go through all of it, right? It's going to be bits and pieces. It could be all of it for you. It's how it resonates in any area of your life. But here is where your experience is going to allow you to see both sides of a situation, okay? Next, we have bliss. And we have the 6 of Spears. And again, you guys, look at this. Bliss is also golden in a different way, looking more like up here, that orangey, yellowy gold, where this is more the goldy, bronzy, all right? But I also read bliss as well, because there's always a good message or a few good words in there too. Bliss is perfection and the ultimate goal of all our actions. It is everything your soul desires. Your soul dedicates its every action to its achievement. Open your heart and know this. Bliss has nothing to do with owning and possession, but boundless freedom and peace lie within. Call the golden dragon to you. Visualize it and examine it carefully. It shines beautiful and vast. It shakes itself and extends its giant wings. Look deep into its eyes. As if by magic, a golden rain begins to fall upon you. And feel how this wisdom flows to you and it showers your aura in gold. I like that because actions have consequences, good and bad. Every action has a reaction, good or bad. And this is really saying, if you are out doing good in the world, okay, if you are raising your vibration, if you're able to be in situations with people and you're able to see both sides, you know, that is you succeeding and achieving. Okay, that's what the Bliss Dragon is. And Six of Spears is celebration. It's victory. So that's what you have to look forward to at the end. Okay, when you work on these things, there's always, there's always a positive. Everything has a positive and a negative. If you choose not to work on it, well, then you stay stagnant, right? If you you fight with people, or you stay in a low vibration, or you're afraid to step out on a path or to do or try anything new. Or you choose to do all that and know that there's success, that you have Bliss your Dragon, White Gold Dragon, Courage Dragon. They are here, spirit guides, like all of your other spirit guides, like God, Source, Universe. They are here to help and to assist, and that's what they want to do. So you can call on them as well. These are beautiful messages. Like I said, there's individual messages here, but there's also, they kind of do tie together somewhat. Now let's get some tarot for further clarification, confirmation. Ace of Pentacles. Well, that's really getting grounded in yourself and really wanting to plant your pentacle or more as time goes on to manifest what it is you want in your life. You want to be able to be balanced here, knowing both sides, understanding both sides, to be courageous, to raise up, right? Then you start putting that out there. You ask for help and it will be brought to you. Page of Cups. That is really, I love the Page of Cups. That is listening to your intuition, okay? Like the Queen here. That is also taking on an energy of being curious and knowing that there's tons of possibilities or opportunities, creative opportunities, because we are talking water here with the cups out there for you. And it's being brave enough to go after them, right? I love that. Definitely confirming what's on the table. Last oracle, we have Five of Pentacles, which again is right here. Funny that that should land on itself once again. So what's that saying? What I'm getting is you can choose to remain in the Five of Pentacles energy, generally speaking, where a feeling of loss, lack, nothing's good in your life. There's nowhere for you to go, nothing for you to ascend to do everything. You know, you're not in your divine feminine power. You're feeling powerless. You certainly aren't experiencing achievement in your life. You can choose that, or you can choose to move forward and take this message as guidance, right? And to prepare yourself for when these energies do come in and around you in your life. And with the page, this is new beginning. And I don't even want to call the page as like a new beginning in the sense, and we have the Fool here, where you want to go out, you want to achieve, you want to experience or try to find all the possibilities or opportunities that are out there for you. Okay, let's get an Avalon Oracle card here. Okay. I never remember what this one is called either. I really should write them down. Never be afraid to voice your truth, as truth comes from a deep place within your soul. Well, and this is perfect because that's what this speaks to. If you are living in your truth, you are going to know that there really isn't The choice shouldn't be difficult. You don't want to stay in this energy. You want to move through all of this. Now, I also have here, which I kind of a novelty because it has dragons on it, but it's the fortune cookie deck. Okay, but I like to bring it in sometimes to the dragon readings. Again, maybe a message totally off anything that we've been talking about here, or could totally resonate along with it. Maybe individual. Okay. Commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. So, you may have love coming into your life. You may have new business partners or partnerships coming into your life. That could be a message for some of you. Again, I feel like it still can tie in. In order to be in committed relationships, whether it's love, personal, or business, you need to be committed to it. You need to do the work. You need to be dedicated to it. So I feel that that ties in very much here, pile one. If you like this, please throw me a thumbs up. Again, I've been saying in my videos, and will for a little bit, just so when different people are seeing them, I do not see who is liking my videos. So if you want to watch anonymously, that is perfectly fine. I appreciate that. I just want you to hear the messages. But it does help to give me a like if you're enjoying it, so that it helps my channel. But again, I won't know who you are. If you leave a comment, then yes, of course, because your username, if you're using your own personal name, will show up, okay? And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I would appreciate that. Hit that notification button so that you know when I put out videos. And for anyone who may need to hear this message, you may know someone other than yourself, then please be the conduit to pass it to them. I'm the conduit that brought it through to you with the dragons as the team leads on this reading and the other spirit guides coming in to join. You know, please pass it along to them. Okay, I think that is it, pile one. I appreciate your time, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi to those of you who chose pile two or this dragon blood Jasper. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying it. The dragon blood Jasper crystal heart. Okay, this is going to be your reading. We have 5 different piles of 2, tarot and oracle. All of them could resonate for you. Maybe some of them will. It will be different for everyone depending on your own personal situations in your life. Okay, whether it is something that's just happening or going to happen. The other thing is I am doing this reading for November of 2023, but it is a timeless message, or there are timeless messages in here, which means whenever you see this video, it means that you were meant to see it. So the message will be for you. Let's get started here with the Raven. Ooh, I love it. The Animal Guides of Avalon. Magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. Okay, I like that, with the King of Coins, that old, oh my gosh. Yeah, old Peter here, old Baelish, yes, okay. So what I want to say is, for some of you, energy, it could be, right? Synchronicities, coincidence, synchronistic events coming in and around you. Could be with these 2 cards, I feel a message coming in around your finances that you've been waiting on. For some of you, it could be a surprise, but I'm feeling more like there's a message you've been waiting on when it comes to do with money or finances, some area with those 2 things in your life. I also feel that for some of you, it could be an influx in money, because I feel like it's the magic, it's the gift, it's the universe, God, source, spirit, your dragon guides. I almost feel for some of you, it could be you're receiving abundance in some way, possibly in money, but in other ways as well. And it's going to be coming in unexpected. You're not going to be expecting it at all. Okay, so I want to say that for some of you. Let's get on to the next set. We have Deep Blue Dragon. Keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. With the Knight of Spears. Okay, I am going to tie this into here. Maybe for some of you, there are money matters that are coming up or that will be coming up around you where you're not feeling protected, okay? You are being protected in all areas of your life, okay? And for some of you, it is if you are receiving good news about finances in any way, and I'm looking at walk on a path of light, use it for good somehow. Okay, if you have extra, use it for good somehow. And that doesn't mean that you are out helping, say, the people on the street or the homeless. I really don't know. Maybe that is what you want to do. Maybe for some of you, this is using it for good for your family. Okay, in whatever way it benefits your family and not in an egotistical must keep up with the Joneses kind of way, but it's doing something that's really helpful, maybe with family or friends or whatever it may be. That message is specific because not everyone can do that because you don't have the means. But for some of you, I feel like that is the message. Now, with the Deep Blue Dragon, which I love here, it's clearing your pathway. It's helping to take obstacles out of your way. Okay, it's protecting you. So if there's something that wouldn't have been good for you, the blue dragon's swooping in and taking that obstacle out of your way. You can kind of think of them as fiery and passionate, right? And they want to make sure that you're okay. They like to be, I'm going to say in this case, and I don't know, but it's kind of with the Knight of Spears here, that knight in shining armor swooping in to protect, you know, the lady, whatever, okay, the princess, or vice versa. Gender really doesn't matter. Just think of it that way from the movies that we see, right? It's the prince rescuing the princess in some way. I feel like that's what the Deep Blue Dragon is, because they're helping you stay in the light on your path by removing things that may hurt you or hold you back. I love that. That's beautiful to know. So again, you may feel like you're just hitting obstacle after obstacle. Call in the energy here of Deep Blue Dragon. No different than calling and asking your angels to help you. So don't feel hokey about it. Just do it, okay? Next, we have Orbron. Oh, I haven't had Orbron for a long time. I don't remember everything about Orbron. I do read from the book for these. So with the 7 of Coins. So is that somehow nurturing, you know? You've planted seeds, you're watching them grow, you're making good decisions, you're being wise about things. And because of that, the abundance is coming in. I don't know, but let's look up Orbron here and see what is being said. Okay, you will appreciate these messages from the book. And if you've been here before, you know I do, and you know what the messages are like. They're freaking awesome, okay? So Orbron. If Orbron has turned up today, it is to reassure you that you can achieve what is required. You may have to dig deep within yourself and maybe do this for the long haul, but you can and will succeed. This striking red dragon's connection is firmly grounded and in effect connects to our base chakras. He therefore relates to everything that makes up our physical lives and the world we create for ourselves. His message is a simple one. Nothing in this world you call home is insurmountable. Nothing is too big to deal with. Get your feet back on the ground and anchor yourself into your physical reality. Having your head in the clouds will not give you the answers you deserve or require. Connect to your base chakra and reconnect to your physical body. Get out of your head and into your body. Release your ever-tumbling and swirling thoughts. When you are more grounded in this way, you will be better placed to deal with the matters that are demanding your attention. You will then be able to handle them fully and with ease, freeing you up to move forward. Your time is best spent tackling whatever is demanding your time. Deal with it totally, and then you will be in a position to move forward. Although Oberon is a tough-talking dragon, sometimes you need to hear it as it is. He is a great ally when you need to get a job done and deal with the here and now. He finishes his message with, seek the path of least resistance. The more you tussle with the problem, the tighter the noose becomes, eventually strangling the solution. Wow, I love that message. So here you are, nurturing and caring. You're trying to build, manifest whatever it is in your life. Are you doing it the easiest? I know there's a saying for that. Work smarter, not harder. There we go. Right? You've got Blue Dragon helping you here, clearing things out, but you still have to do your part, right? You have Raven coming in with the message of magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. I feel like it has to do around finances because we have the King of Pentacles here. But know that he is hardworking too and disciplined. And that's how he became rich and prosperous, okay? He's a leader. And maybe with Oberon here, this is just a message. You're on the right path here, okay? You're on your right path of light, planting and nurturing and trying to make things grow and bring them in for yourself, even for others. And Oberon's here to help you, but he's telling you, work smarter, not harder, okay? All right, I love that message. Let's go to the next card, which is Destruction, releasing your anger. Oh, I love that. With Four of Cups. Here's Peter again with Sansa. Here's what I have to say. I always think if he was always trying to help her, and I know I've said this because this card comes out a lot, the Four of Cups. He's always trying to hand her, but I think she's always a little bit timid because we know that he can be a bit of a trickster sometimes, okay? Sometimes he's a good guy, sometimes he's the bad guy. But I always felt with Sansa, for the most part, he was genuine in his wanting to help. Would it have somehow, was he hoping, you know, he was always in love with her mother there, but, you know, was he hoping that maybe he would be able to marry her one day? I don't know. What was in it for him? Not really sure. I can't remember. But at the same time, I also felt like he was always trying to help her in a way that he wasn't tricking her. You know what I mean? Like false help. His intention may have been a bit tricky, but the help was always genuine. And for whatever reason, I think that this anger you may be feeling, or maybe in the past are, or could be in the future, is going to be around a situation like that, where someone is just always in trickster energy with you, and it just frustrates you to no end, because you want to be able to believe in them and trust them, okay? And you have a hard time doing it. And because of that, you are fearful. And because of the fear, it can turn to anger. Okay? I feel like you need to release that. I feel like you really need to be tapping into your intuition here. Okay? Into the mystical and the magical, into your intuition, your higher self, into spirit, and figuring out how can this be a win-win for you. If you accept the help, what I need you to look past, okay? Or sorry, not look past. What I need you to, what they need you to do is see past the illusion so that you know you can accept the help, maybe health for some of you, and then you're releasing that anger because it won't be there because you're seeing past what it is. And therefore you either are letting it go and moving on, or you're accepting it knowing that it's legit. Okay, I hope that made sense. All right, universe. Oh, the universe dragon. I love this. I've never seen this one before either. Wow. Okay, and judgment. Okay, let's talk about Universe Dragon. I'm going to grab the book here for Universe. Again, always read from these two dragon cards because they are just really good messages usually. Okay, do I know my alphabet? Here is the question. There we go. All right, so what does Universe Dragon have to say here with the Judgment card? Your great mission is not limited to Lady Gaia, our Earth, and its inhabitants. Beings in many worlds are in need of the light cast by you and your dragon, in need of your love and strength. We live in a wonderful time, a time of change, and it should be a time of transformation for you too, a transmutation that brings even greater deeds. Have no doubts either about yourself or your dragon. Doubts are sown by the shadows in our hearts in order to gain power over us. It's that shadow energy, that ego wanting to put fear in. You will find a good teacher there, and your dragon will help you go out and achieve great things. Okay, so with Judgment, okay, which is that Night King who's, he's the head of the White Walkers, whatever. I just kind of go over him like, let's not talk about him, but although it made for a good show, didn't it? So this is your time to rise up, okay? That's Judgment. That's him. He's like, now it's time to rise. We felt it coming the whole show. It's all they talked about. But this is you rising up. This is you stepping out. And I had this in one of my other readings. Maybe, I don't know if it was Dragon or if it was one of my fairy readings about letting your little light shine. It shines. It spreads. I know that we don't necessarily believe it, but maybe, just maybe some of you do. When you put good out into the world, when you do good, when you treat others well, kind, compassionately, when you let your light shine, whatever that is. For some of you, it may just be being kind to others. For some of you, it may be helping others. For some of you, it could be doing this. Like I said in the other reading, I do this to let my light shine. That's why I do it. Okay, everybody does something different, but it's to help other people in some way. That is my goal with this for you right now, that you will hear these messages and be, yeah, you know what? I can accept help and let go of the anger by using my intuition, my gut feelings. I know that I have spirit, the dragon guides, and other guides looking out for me and removing things from my path so that I can let my light shine, right? Walk on a path of light. And that's what this is saying to you. You're meant to let your light shine for other people out there. You're meant to rise up and do it. Okay? You're meant to help people find balance in their lives. Okay? What else can we say about Judgment? Realizing that every action that you have of good, there is an equal reaction of good rippling out, not just in our world, but into the universe. And it said, it's not just where you are, it goes out into the universe. So it's really something to consider. Okay, pile 2. I know that was, maybe a bit much, but not really. I 100% believe it. And we learned about the golden rule as children. And I love the golden rule on this channel. I should call it the channel of golden rule because I think that's how we change things, right? It's how we change our world. It's how we change the universe, whether it's spiritually or religiously. I sang that song in Sunday school and love singing it every Sunday about letting my little light shine and not letting Satan poof it out, or negative energies or negative whatever around you, right? No, you're not going to let them poof out your light. They can't. The light's from within you. We all have it. It's whether you choose to let it shine or not. And I just love that message. I'm going to have to look up that song now because I can't remember it all. Ace of Swords. Wow. This is you having mental clarity, knowing exactly how it is that you want to let your light shine, what your path is, how you can help others or deal with your finances if it's around this, how to nurture, how to see things from both sides to accept help. It's having new ways, new ideas of how to do it. Being creative with it. You know, it's accepting offers even at times, or having offers coming in and around you, right? Okay, love that. Next, we have Eight of Wands. You guys, this is you deciding that, yes, I want to let my light shine. So yes, I'm going to decide how it is that I'm doing it. We've got Blue Dragon here with me on the pathway. We've got Raven bringing things in. We've got Orbron coming. We have Universe Dragon. We have all of them working with you. You setting your sights, your target, whatever it is, and then going for it, okay? Love this message. Because think about all the people that were going up against the Night King and the Walkers. They knew they were, I think, weren't they outnumbered, if I'm correct? But they did it anyway because they believed it's what needed to be done. They couldn't let the Night King, the darkness, overtake. I love these Game of Thrones cards, and I love the fact that I've watched it, even though I say I have to watch it again, so I remember more for the cards. And then we have the Tower. Yeah, it's time to burn down. Not literally. But it's, you know, it's time to let go of what isn't serving you. It's time to let that crash. Whoops, sorry. Camera here. I got all excited. Let me just get that steady. But to let everything burn to the ground and start fresh. You are on a lighted path, or you're about to go on your lighted path. You are going to go onto a path where you know, and this path for you literally could be, because you're listening to this, being a light for others. It can really be that simple. But if you want to dig deeper into it, you can talk to Spirit, you can talk to God, Source, Universe, all the guides, your ancestors, the dragons, and you can figure out maybe a more precise role. Okay, you can see a psychic, you can have further card readings, you can meditate and hear for yourself. It's hard in the beginning, I know, to trust your intuition. That comes with time because our ego always wants to butt in. But when you get attuned to it, you will know. But don't be discouraged if it takes a little bit of time to be able to do that. We're going to have another oracle here from Avalon deck. I love this message. Okay, pile 2. And the fact that this message has kind of come up, this part anyway, in another pile, is telling me this is the message they're getting out. Honor the magic of the land. Be nature's friend and ally. Assist in recreating Mother Earth's original garden of pure wonder. That just may be a little message that they want to send out too. You know, it's wonderful that we're going to be doing all these things, and we're maybe thinking big picture universe and whatever, but we still need to think of planet Earth as well. So for some of you, maybe that's the kind of work you do. Okay, for others of you, these are the types of things that are going to trigger you, where something happens and you're like, oh, if only I had spoken up. And that's not being a Karen or attacking other people with words. It's in situations where, you know, you can speak up and most certainly have the right to, okay? So however that will resonate with you, to let your light shine. Being a Karen isn't letting the light shine, right? That's being a bully. So we want to let the light shine out. Okay, one last card. I use this card. It's a novelty. It's a fortune cookie deck, but it has dragons on it. So I love to every now and then pull it out and use it in the readings. It may resonate here. It could be something totally off the wall that doesn't relate at all, but that's okay. It could be a message for one person. Planning. Nope, it has everything to do with this. Okay, but it's hard to read on this because I'm doing this reading at nighttime, so my light in here isn't as good. We have, now is the time to lay down the foundation for your future. Financial gains are more than likely. Alrighty, this is confirming. This was laying down the foundations. I said you have to let it burn to the ground, start rebuilding it back up. Solid foundation, yes. Financial gains, we talked about it at the very beginning here. Okay, pile 2. If you enjoyed this, if you like this reading, please give me that thumbs up. I'm also saying in my readings for the next little while, because I may have new people watching, when you hit the like button, or even my regular people that watch, it really helps with my channel because it shows interaction that I have people who are actually watching and liking the content. I don't see who you are. So if you are watching anonymously, which is totally fine and perfect, I can't see. It's not like Facebook where you see so-and-so liked your video. I do not see that. Okay. I would see though, if you use your own name and you make a comment, then yes, I would see that. But if you go under an anonymous name or whatever, an AKA, then I wouldn't know you anyway. Anyway, I need to say that for some people. I've been called to say that in my last few sets of videos. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe. I love doing these kind of themed card readings. This is the dragon energy coming in and taking the lead, but the rest of our spirit team works right along with them for these messages. And if you know someone who maybe needs to hear this because you know that there is a bright light inside of them, but they don't let it shine, then, or you know they're on the right path, but maybe they're feeling like, I don't know, share this with them. I share it with you. I say I'm the conduit that brings through the messages from spirit here, and you can be the conduit to take it to others on behalf of spirit, right? Anyway, this is it, pile 2. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi to those of you who chose pile 3 or this bracelet, which has the dragon blood Jasper and Garnet crystals in it. Okay, I'm just going to set this to the side. We're going to get right into the reading, tarot and oracle. There's 5 different sets of cards in here, so maybe all 5 messages will resonate with you. Maybe 1 or 2 will. You know what? Everyone will be different how it resonates in your life. But what I want to do is get right into this. And like I said, this is for November because that's the month I'm doing it in. I do specific theme readings once each month. But whenever you find this message, it's okay because it's timeless. All right. First card out, Animal Guides of Avalon. We have the cat, independent, healthy boundaries. Well, we do know that cats have their own they set up their own boundaries, and they are very independent with the 7 of Cups. I really feel like there's going to be energy coming in and around you, and it could be happening now. It could, and this will be for all of the sets, something that could be, has already happened. You're still in it, or it's going to happen. An energy or a situation, people, whatever coming in around you, something that will trigger this in you. And that's the way you think of each set of these cards, where you go, I need healthier boundaries in my life. You know what? It could even be setting up healthy boundaries for yourself, against yourself in a way. Maybe when it comes to things you, I'm not going to say allow, that doesn't make sense. You always set yourself up maybe with too many choices, and then you're confused. Then you're wondering, how am I going to make a decision? I have too many choices here. Maybe you need to set it up for yourself sometimes where you limit your amount of choices. That's setting a healthy boundary. That could be for somebody. For others of you, you could have a situation where there's a lot of choices in front of you, and you are, I'm going to say, have to make the choice that has the best set of boundaries for you, or that allows you to keep your independence. Again, I don't know how that will resonate in your life, but that's the way it's coming through. It will be a choice that will allow you to keep your independence, or where your independence will shine through, but where it will be a healthy boundary for you in some way. Let's go on to the next set here. We have Aquamarine Dragon from Neptune. Love. Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, the 12th house, okay? Enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Yeah, this is the mystical, the magical, your intuition. This is your dreams, your spirituality, your religion, right? It's where you go for healing, self-reflection. It's also where you can engage in self-sabotage in the 12th house. But Neptune does rule that as well. Let's see. Let's see from where this Aquamarine Dragon from Neptune. 8 of Coins. Well, this is you working hard. And it's going to be hard work. It's not easy because you may not like it down there. And that's one of the reasons why. But I feel like the message here, it's something you need to do. So if a situation comes in and around you where you really need to pull on what, you know, it may be a big decision that needs to be made and you really want to know, like, what is my gut on this? What do I really feel? It's, you know, using your wisdom. And so it's heart and mind working together and figuring out how that's going to happen for you. And sometimes we don't like it because we have to visit. See the, I know it's his, I know there's a name for this. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it right now. But it also reminds me of somewhat, a little bit, quick glance of a devil's fork, right, that we always see. And that's what popped into my mind, so I'm going to say it. And we might not like what we see down there or what we feel. And our mind may be telling us one thing, but our heart's telling us another. So there may be some hard work coming up around or some really tough decisions that are going to need to be made. Father Time. Oh, I've never had this dragon card before either. And the Lovers. Well, okay. I can't remember her name. I'm trying so hard to remember it. Oh, it's not Bridget. I can't remember her name. But they loved one another, okay? They were partners in the end. Although in the beginning, they had their issues. But I want to read from you for Father Time here because I always read this dragon from the book. So let me get that. That is number 4. All right. Father Time. I'm so excited because I've not seen this card before come out. Father Time is probably as old as the universe itself. This commanding, wise old dragon will aid you to still the constant chatter of your mind and just be. Okay, you guys, how important is that going to be? Up here, I said, if you have a hard time making decisions, right? That's the mind. That's the chatter in the mind telling you everything and the what could go wrong, what could happen, what could be right about every one of those choices. You need to quiet that monkey mind down, right? His presence supports our grounding and brings focus to the moment. His aim is that we let go of linear time, for it is a man-made concept. We hear that when you hear people say divine timing is not our timing. That's exactly what it is. We believe in linear time. It's a man-made concept, right? His energy helps us to enter the void, which is particularly useful during meditation. Oh my heavens, it's going down in there deep within, remember? Going down to access your deepest soul wisdom. Well, I guess Father Time is tying in here very well. His message today is now. This moment in time is a gift, which is why it is called the present. Allow all time to stop and break your habit of clock chasing, because in reality, there is only now. Let yourself sink in a little deeper into the abyss of quiet stillness and let go. The man-made concept of linear time is illusionary. It only serves to fuel the doubts in your life. I am here to guide you to a more tranquil way of being, to be fully present in the moment. He goes on to say the stresses of your existence are often due to your preoccupation with time. Find your point of center, breathe, and let go. Whether these anxieties are from a lack of time or a feeling of not being good enough, nothing is gained by being fretful. Stop setting your unrealistic time scales and such high expectations. You can achieve without making it so difficult for yourself. You as human doings, dragon refer to us as human doings rather than beings. Oh, I love that. Fail to see that much of your stress is unconscious, as it is as natural to you as breathing. Recognize this and release it. With this quietness of your mind, Father Time aids you in finding clarity in all life situations and helps you to see the bigger picture, allowing you to reach a new level of understanding. What a powerful message. I love that. The Lovers also can be about love, but it can be about time. It's about making choices, right? It really is. It's the 6. It's about making choices. Good choices, finding peace, harmony, all of those things in your life. Having communication, but not being worried about the time. And we're also talking about setting timelines on ourselves because, oh, well, we are going to die at some point, right? Like it's any kinds of those things. But I love it when it comes up here because that's setting a healthy boundary, letting go of that, of the past or thinking too much in the future, being too much in the past and not being in the present. Need to let go of it. Okay, hard work though to do that. Let's go into the next card. We have Miracle, making a difference. Let's see, the 6 of Coins. Okay. This is making a difference in your life. It's also making a difference in other people's lives. When you choose to be here in the present moment, when you're able to set healthy boundaries, okay, and to be able to trust your intuition, to dig down deep and figure it out, work hard at it, you not only make a difference in your life, you make a difference in other people's lives. You not only have enough to fill your own cups emotionally, energetically, you will even financially or abundantly, you will have enough of all of that to help fill others, to give to others. Okay? And because of this guy right here, can't remember his name right now, but he was not a great guy either. So this is giving without expecting something in return. Next, we have Independence, which I read as well, with Ace of Cups. But here we are with Independence. We're talking about independence up here. This is you being able to fly high with your dragon, the dragon, however you want to think of it. Off to do the things, because this is kind of watery here, right? With the Pisces, the Neptune, the Lovers. I don't know. I just feel it's a little bit watery. We have some coins in here, yes. But the Ace of Cups is new beginning in love. So maybe for some of you, this is a message. Okay, something may come up about it. But it can also be about creativity. It can also be about having joy in your life and maybe being independent with healthy boundaries, working on yourself to help others, right? Making a difference, letting go of what doesn't serve you in this present time. It's going to bring magnificent things into your life. Okay? You may experience joy and creativity that you've never experienced before, or compassion from others or to others that you've never experienced before. But it could be love and new relationships as well, or just a strengthening of the love and bringing more joy into current relationships. Pile 3, there's a mixed bag of everything here. I love it. Okay. And see how it can tie together in some places and others. It's just the individual message. So let's get you 3. Oh, before I do that, I need to read you Independence. I forgot. I get so excited sometimes in the message because I'm just listening to bring it through and I lose myself. I lose my spot. Okay, Independence. If you draw this card, you are ready to think deeply about your family and all your bonds. Learn that as a dragon rider, you are also a high priestess or sorcerer, and as such, you will exercise great care in choosing your family and bonds yourself. Independence and personal responsibility will play a central role in your life from now on. You will find happiness and contentment in your own actions. In your unfettered flights of creativity. Oh, wow, we were talking about that. I love the Ace of Cups came out there with it. I want to just go on and see what else, because there's a lot. I don't read every line for this. This is freedom for every being across all worlds, times, and dimensions. I love it. I absolutely love it, because again, it's about your family. It's about carrying burdens from your family. I'll say that as well. It's being able to set healthy boundaries. I see how independence is tying back here to the, but it's said with family, right? So maybe for some of you, this is setting healthy boundaries with your family. Okay. And then, like I said, with others, it's this whole Ace of Cups energy coming in. Sorry, I was a bit, discombobulated there for a second trying to get that out, but I think you understand what it is that I'm trying to say with independence. It's okay. Sometimes we do have to disconnect from people. Sometimes it's just inevitable. It needs to happen in order for you to be able to do what it is that you need to do in your life, to make the choices you need to make, to pull the wisdom, to let go of the past and move forward. Here we have honor your soul path and step into your authentic self. Let your intuition inform your pathway. That's what we're talking about here. Okay, cats are very intuitive too. They don't have that there, but I'm going to say that as well. Most animals are, but I want to say cats, they're very intuitive. Okay, they're very smart. I had a very smart cat named Seneca. She was beautiful and very independent, although she was very loving too. I mean, really, she was like a little human being, I said. She was like a person. Okay, let's get one last card. This is what I call just a deck. It's the fortune cookie deck. It could tie into this. It could be something totally frivolous, but it still could be a message that somebody needs to hear. Manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. I love that. I think if you're out being a good person, setting boundaries, right? Making changes in your life that affect you and other people, you are going to see some of your dreams and wishes come true. Because the Seven of Cups then goes on to the Nine of Cups, which is dream wish fulfillment, right? I feel like this would be your Nine of Cups here. But at first it's getting by how making the choices, what cup to choose. And it doesn't mean you can't choose more than one. It just means you might not need to choose more than one right at one particular time or moment. Remember, there is no time, okay? Which means if you are meant to be working on, oh, this is coming in. If there are many choices and they're all good because you know that it's going to lead to this, for example, or to this, or this, any of these things, but you know you can't do both at once, then you write it down. I always write down the good ideas, save them for later, because if you are meant to achieve in that area or have that particular thing or work on it, whatever it is in your life, what is for you will not pass you by. Therefore, it will come back to you, that opportunity to then take advantage of this other choice. It will come back again, okay? Maybe in a different form, but it will still come back again. So, pile 3, thank you for your time. I didn't do the tarot. You guys, I totally got messed up. Oh, my heavens. I so apologize, pile 3. I mean, I've done a few readings today. Now I'm starting to get a little tired, but at the same time, holy moly, I forgot to read out of that book and then it completely threw me off for the rest. So sorry, we need our tarot here for clarification, confirmation. I feel like such a spaz right now. But you know what? I'm okay with being a spaz at times. We all have our moments. 7 of Swords. Love that. And I see how it ties in. 9 of Pentacles. Love that. See how it's tying in? Okay. We did things a little backwards today, but that's all right. And third card out is 10 of Swords. Okay, so we have some swords here. What I want to say with the 7 of Swords, I always think of it as the thief in the night. In this particular case, wherever it is in your life, you're going to be triggered where you know you need to let go of this obsession with time and schedules and everything, or where you need independence to make choices. However, these are going to show up for you in the next little while from hearing this reading. Think back to the reading. 7 of Swords, what I said, if it's for you, it will never pass you by. No one's going to steal. No one's going to steal what belongs to you. It doesn't mean that they can't do it too, okay? But what truly belongs to you in your own unique way can never be stolen from you. You need to put down the 10 swords, okay? It's the end of a cycle here for you where you are ready to make the change in your life. And with the 10 of Swords, I want to say it's putting down all that thinking, swirling up in your head. One of the dragons talked about it. I don't remember now because you know how confused I've made myself. But it's time to put that down, okay? Just lay it down. The swords are going down. And the 9 of Pentacles is you achieving, I'm going to say all of this because it could be for some of you all of it, but if for a few of you it's 1 or 2, but you will achieve it all in different ways, but it will be abundance, whether it's in people in your life, just loving, caring friends in your life, whether it's actual money or whether it's actual physical goods, whatever it may be, you will achieve. That's the main point of this. You will have success and achievement in your life. And when you're out doing good in the world, you get good back. Okay? We know that, the law of attraction. So, pile 3, now I am officially done. I am so sorry for all the confusion. I'll try to edit this a little bit so it doesn't seem quite so bad. All right. But if you liked it, please throw me a thumbs up. I've been saying in my readings, for those of you who come back time after time, please hit that like button. It's not like Facebook, okay? Because I can't see who liked. All right, it's anonymous. I cannot see. If you leave a comment, then yes, I can see a username. But hitting the like button, if you're enjoying these and the cards, whatever it is about it, you picked up one little nugget and you're like, that was really helpful to me, then please give me that thumbs up. It is anonymous, and I know some people like to remain anonymous, okay? And that's totally okay. That is totally okay. I didn't get into this to know everybody that's on the channel, right? There's some people who love to, who love to have a rapport, who love to interact, and that's wonderful. And I so love you people for doing that, okay? I really appreciate it. But some people I know don't like to do that, and that's all right too. But I do ask that you hit the like button. I will not know who you are. If you feel you know someone who needs to hear any bit or part of this message, as I am the conduit bringing it from Spirit, you can then be the conduit on behalf of Spirit to take it to someone else. And please subscribe if you're new, and my regular viewers, hello. Okay, thank you so much, and I will see you in your next reading.